Well, what do you work on now?
Well, right now I'm on a kid show called Curly Buckets.
So not a lot of stunts?
A lot of stunts.
Oh, really?
And when I say a lot of stunts, a lot of it's just pratfalls and smaller bits. It could be something as simple as, okay, hey, and then everybody's going to throw chili at the actor. Well, that sounds simple enough. Okay, so now we're throwing globs of goo at an actor who's got to stand on a cement floor. So I have to work out so that it's not too slippery, so we can do take two.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that nobody's throwing to the spatulas. I don't need a stunt coordinator for this, but it needs to be coordinated. It could be an actor who's got to ride a skateboard, and he's got to go off of a curb and land in the street, and there's a car chase. Well, just because they say that hey, it's a kid, he'll do it. Well, did you check to see if our actors know how to skateboard? We have to do a scene coming up where an actor gets blown through a door across a hallway because of an exploding water leak thing. So I can't do that with a real actor, and it's a kid show, but I'm still flying somebody through the air, he's still hitting the wall. He's not on fire, he's not covered by alien goo, but it's still a stunt. Sometimes it may be you've got an older actor and you've got to do something that's physical, and you want to bring in a stunt person to double them because, just because they're an actor and you've seen them do it when they were 20, now they're 65, that doesn't mean they can do it again. So you have to be aware of what everybody's limitations are. And, but yeah, there's stunts, there's fun stuff.
At what point do you decide to bring in a stunt coordinator? Because you said sometimes you don't even need
Well,
one.
if it's something simple, like if I just had you and I've worked with you, let's say we've worked a long time together, sure it'll happen. And I want you to see you in the scene, you drink something and it makes you instantly pass out, you just go to the ground. Now, I can tell you how to do that so that you could do it, all right? But just because I know how to do it and I believe it's simple doesn't mean you as an actress know how to do it. So I would say to you, or I would say, hey, I don't believe that this actress or actor can do that. We need to get a stunt person. Or have a stunt person in there to make sure to show them how to fall. They don't hurt themselves. They'll slide a pad in, they'll fall on the pad, they'll get up, they'll slide the pad out. Simple enough. All right, well, if you're wearing, and I'm going to pick on actresses, if you're wearing 4-inch heels, they may have you doing pratfalls. That isn't exactly simple stuff. Could be falling down the stairs, falling off a bike. Could be just the knowledge of how to run into a door and do that, that fake door gag where you oh, I hit my nose. Well, just because you're an actor doesn't mean you know how to do it. By bringing in a stunt coordinator, even for the simple things, it guarantees that the technique will be correct. One of the things I try to recommend to anybody who wants to get in the business and the performance side is go study the great physical comics and then go take a stage combat class. Go learn, study, know all the things that human beings could do. Study sword fighting, go take horse riding lessons, learn to ride a motorcycle, learn to ride a bike, drive stick shift. All of those things that require skill, or at least familiarity. I may still have a stunt double doing the sword fighting, but I still need you as an actor for the close-ups to look correct. Is it classic, or is it here? Is it here? What style is it? Is it Star Wars? And every one of those things has a technique in it for the genre. So just simple things like firing a gun, I'd bring in a stunt coordinator if I could. But I don't want to see you doing things that are going to injure you or me.
If something were to happen on set and an actor performing the stunt hurts themselves, what of the responsibility is on the first AD?
Well, I guess the question is how do they hurt themselves? An example could be a simple fall. Okay, so let's say I set everything up, we rehearse it, you do the fall correctly, the camera's in the right place, and this is one of the things you learn is that it's one thing to rehearse something, it's another thing to do it on camera. What happens is people get all tense, and now I'm acting and I gotta really fall, I gotta really do it. So the actor who every time had to do the fall did it correctly, but the other actor who had to do the punch got excited, really hits him. Seen it happen more times than I care to. Because, and you say, well, what were you doing? Well, it was real. I said, no, you hit him in the face. There's a camera. All you have to do is hit, there's a way. You miss. It looks like you hit them. So there's real and there's fake. And it can be as simple as people shaking each other or a face slap. You see a movie with a face slap, think they at least did 4 takes or 5 takes. And the poor guy or girl gets slapped a lot. That, at some point you can't fake a slap. There's got to be hand on face, right? But if it was a fall, for example, and you got hurt, we want to find out, I want to immediately take care of the person's injuries. I want to find out what happened. Why did things not go the way we rehearsed it? And I always try to test what we're going to do to make sure that it works for camera, because it doesn't do any good to, rehearse stunts on camera. Some of them you're only gonna do once. Could be a guy diving through a window and the glass is gonna blow. I only have one set of glass. So we'll do it all the way through, we'll walk it, we'll make sure everybody's clear. There's a procedure I go through to make sure everybody knows their cues. I have it quiet, cell phones are off, it's a whole thing. But if somebody's hurt and it's a stunt, odds are I've got a medic on the set and they're gonna come right in. And if I have to, I'll send them to the hospital. Things happen, it's not good that someone gets hurt. But it could be simple as twisting an ankle, it could be that the stunt didn't go as planned, the stunt coordinator made a mistake, or the actor made a mistake, who knows? It's gonna happen, and you have to be prepared for that.
Do you think there's any other position that you'd like to work, or are you really settled in first AD?
Oh, I want to direct, I want to move up.
Oh, okay.
For movies like Princess Kailulani, where there were only, I think, 3 stunt people, at least on IMDb.
Yeah.
How do you pick those people if there's no stunt coordinator to help?
Well, a couple things. First of all, IMDb is inherently flawed.
Of course.
And good luck trying to fix that. But the next thing is, as far as hiring stuntmen, usually I know enough stunt coordinators. My production manager knows stunt coordinators. Everybody has a stunt coordinator that they've worked with before, more or less down the line. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a phone call and you go, hey, Danny, are you available? And he's going to go, no, I'm not. Hey, Danny, I need one guy to come in and just do a fall out of a chair. And I'll just call them and they'll be my reference to people. So I'll either get the guy I want or I'll get one of his people. And hopefully I've built a relationship with them enough that I can, I'll either know who they're bringing in or I'll know the work.